This episode was brought to you with the support of patrons of the Jessa channel, like Christina. Thanks, Christina. Join the party at patreon.com/the Jessa channel. Hey there! You're watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and this is a vlog. Another vlog, because you guys liked the first forest and river vlog so much, and I was so happy to see all of your comments and all of that I decided to do another vlog. And I thought I would start out the vlog with, well, the ocean. This is the ocean today. I'm gonna just turn a little bit. I've got a better setup here for having things not be shaky. And now that you have seen a bit of the ocean, you'll be able to hear the ocean while I'm talking. But I'm going to see if I can flip the camera and have it be me. Okay, so this is me wearing I'm going to see if I can get this just a little bit straighter. There we go. And to try and look in the camera, I'll get this. So this is me at the beach, and I am sitting on a driftwood bench, and I'll show you something that washed up from the beach. I'm going to look at myself because I won't be able to help doing that. I'll try and look here. This is a barnacle encrusted ship buoy, I think they're called, a buoy, and it washed up from the ocean. So I wanted to talk to you about self-care, and I wanted to talk to you about try and look at the camera. About how to deal with what we are all admitting that we're struggling with. One of you mentioned, I'm so sorry, I really should have written down, like, or had maybe a second phone to show the comments so I could name you, because I don't like to talk about you without saying your name. But one of you said that the fires and the smoke, we had that here too. We're much further north, but it still affected us. And it was like one day our entire tiny little town got picked up and moved to Mars as far as the smoke. And it was really traumatic, and being unable to go outside, to even go out and walk around the block. So I'm taking a deep breath for all of us, because that's what I've been waiting for, is to exhale, to just get a breath. You just get a break. It just seems like one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. Also, fun fact, I'm wearing a dress again. This time it's got a big old bleach stain on it. Let me show you a prettier side of it. And it's got very pretty velvet and kind of flowers. There you go, flowers. So, and as always, my husband is with me. He took off for an adventure down there. He's walking around. He's not feeling good today. He's grumpy. He had a nap and he's just grumpy. He's upset about everything that's going on in the world and in our lives. He's basically the same as we all are. He's struggling. So I wanted to talk about extreme self-care. So now that we've identified that we are struggling, and some of you shared with me why. You know, what can we do about it? And identifying where you have power and where you can carve out some grace is essential to our mental health. And I'm speaking to me too. Yes, I'm speaking to all of you guys, all of those wonderful people out there that watch me and care about me. And I've taken to calling my patrons my beloveds because I just love my patrons. And I think that applies to all of you. Maybe I should just start calling you guys all my beloveds. What do you think about that? Do you think it's too, you think it might be too much? Or do you like it? Let me know. Let me know. I want to know what you guys' take is on calling you all beloveds, because I really do feel like that. I'm also on a somewhat public trail, so somebody can come walking by. In fact, I think I hear somebody. So, you know, whoever it is, just go walking on by and mind their own business. However, carving out grace means it is, part one, it is acceptance. Accepting that there are things going on in our world that we can't do anything about. We can march, we can speak up, there's lots of things we can do, but there's some things we just can't do anything about besides hold steady and wait for better days. And my personal belief has always been that I want to, there's a man right over here who's weed whacking his lawn. But anyway, so I have always felt like you get a sense of hopelessness. So carving out grace is accepting that you can't change certain things, but that we as humans have, been on this planet and been through worse. That change has always come, and I'm putting a lot of faith on the young people in our world right now who are standing up and saying, enough is freaking enough. And some of the old guard that caused a lot of the problems that are in our world are passing on, as that is the nature of things. And so there's hope there. Yeah, that hope may not come for another decade, but it's coming. It may not come until next year, but it's coming. So carving out grace is first about acceptance, which gives you the second thing, which is space to breathe. Just to exhale and say, okay. Because you can make one, and all of this I'm saying to me too. We can make our brains very small. So that we don't have any room for our brains to expand, our thoughts to, you can just, and you can feel it. I can feel it. It feels like this. Ruminating, obsessing, over and over again, replaying. For me, my favorite thing to do, since I am being completely honest with you all, is to replay situations in which I feel that I lost, or an argument, or a misunderstanding, or I was misheard or misunderstood, and replay that situation ad nauseum where and I do it without even thinking. It's not like I'm trying to do it. The minute my brain rests, it generally reformats itself into a pain place. It's my husband over here, so I'm going to let you see him, and I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to edit this so it'll be a smooth transition for you guys, but I want you guys to see him. So I'm going to just turn our little makeshift camera situation here, and you can see my husband. There he is, a man contemplating life while looking at the ocean. He's wearing a brown sweater that I got him in the first couple of years that we were together, and he needed a good beach sweater that zipped up and it's a nice turtleneck. It looks lovely on him. And I'm going to turn this back here and continue to talk to you guys while you guys enjoy the ocean. I'll let you see this part here where there's a possibility of seeing some kind of, right, like the kind of, so you see that little pink strip down there. That's the one place where clouds are not, basically. And occasionally I'll turn the camera. So anyway, I'm saying that giving yourself room to breathe in your brain and redirecting your brain. So step one is acceptance. Step 2 is to give your brain space. And the way you do that, at least the way I have been doing it, is to, when I catch myself going back to the tiny little replay of a pain place, I open my brain up to a new concept or a new idea. You know, just anything. Like cooking a new meal. Like, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, is cooking something different. Taking all the all the vegetables we have in the fridge, and maybe some ground beef, and just making something new. Or reading a new book, or watching something new that is healthy, not destructive, like not the news. You know, that's all old stuff. You know, there might be new news, but the pain that it's bringing is old. And so go find a new place, or even, you can even in your house, for those of us who still can't get out of our homes because of the smoke, you can create a new space in your house. You could like redecorate something in the closet, reorganize it, or change the furniture around and create something new to give your brain, our tired little brain, something new to focus on. So step 1 is acceptance. Step 2 is make room in your brain to get rid of the old pain, or at least make it less prominent by putting something new in its place. And this is all the process of creating grace. The third thing about creating grace is softness. So part of the hardness that we do, and I'm hoping there's a way that I can raise the camera just a little bit. Yes, because birds are flying by. Let's see if one of them, yep, there they go. There they go. The seagulls are flying. So, and you can see my husband over there walking. He might be walking back up to join me. But in any case, softness. So the next part of creating grace is about being so soft and tender. Like when you get an owie on your arm, you fall or you scrape your knee, you don't hit it, you hold it. You put a soft cloth on it, or a soft bandage, or whatever. And so my husband's walking up, so I'm going to just let him know that you're just about to walk in front of where I'm recording. So you can step around this way, because I have it facing this way, and you are not on camera right now. So I'm talking about grace and how to create grace, and some really good wisdom is coming out of me. Grace is space. What did he just say? And I just got finished saying that. That's why I'm married to him. So the next point is softness. So when you get an owie on your leg, or you put softness on it. And emotional owies are a real thing. Like looking outside and realizing that you can't go outside because you'll inhale so much smoke you'll make yourself ill, or looking online and seeing the state of our country if you're in the United States, or thinking about the virus, or finding out someone passed away. Those are all emotional owies. Those owies hurt, and you want to put something soft on them. So, beloved husband here with me now, and he's going to just listen and hang out. Some people just walk by because we're on a public trail. And they're not from here, so they needed a little bit of help finding the trail down. And so I thought I'd turn it around so I wouldn't have them on camera. So anyway, I was saying about softness. Look in the camera there. So the same thing with emotional pain. It is a real pain. just because we can't see it doesn't mean it isn't real. It has the same effects as scraping your knee. When you have emotional pain, you need to, just like with your knee, you get a limp inside. You can't function as well. You can't think as well. You can't sleep as well. Excuse me. You can't do any of those things. So emotional pain is real. And if you have something to say, feel free to jump it in there, because he's got wisdom too. And so I love him. He's so cute. So anyway, so put a Band-Aid on your pain. Like, my husband does it with me by saying things like, it's okay, because I get flustered, I can't think, I try and speak, I ruminate, I overfocus, and then I blame myself for each one of those things. The worst thing is you have the pain, and then you blame yourself for the pain, and then you get upset for blaming yourself for the pain, and then each one of those things are more additional wounds. So it's okay to just go, oh, it's all right, it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to yell. It's okay to scream, not at someone. It's okay to into a pillow or into a safe space, or alert your partner that you're feeling like he did. He said, I'm grumpy right now. I'm just grumpy. Yeah. And I didn't go, early in our marriage, I would have said, oh no, what did I do? Or did I do anything wrong? I've been with him for so long that I don't have that fear anymore. But that's because we have given ourselves immense amounts of grace. And so that grace allowed us to go, because each of us came into our relationship sort of beat up by the world. And so I can't tell you how important it is to give yourself grace through space and through softness. So that's the softness part. And then the last part I wanted to share with you was about extreme self-care. So extreme self-care is something that I talk about a lot in my Discord and constantly encouraging people to do. Extreme self-care, I mean, what's different? Why is it not just self-care? What's extreme about it? Well, extreme is basically saying, it's like carving out a place to put your spiritual bathtub, is the best way I can put it. Like, it's like saying, you know what, screw it all. I am going to take my self-care, and I'm going to take it now. I'm going to do, or it's also about how much, like for example, using the bathtub. It's not only about saying, I'm doing this, period. So it's taking more space, to do what you need to self-care. But it's also about how much you make that a caring experience. You could take a bath by getting in the bathtub, putting some bubbles in, maybe your favorite bubble bath or something like that, soaking in it for a while, getting out, doing your hair, putting on a robe, going to bed. That's fine. Or you could put down a candle. You could ask your partner if they would sing a song for you. Like my husband plays guitar. In fact, that's how he proposed to me. I don't know if I've ever told you that. He proposed to me in the bathtub with his guitar.
She was in the bathtub. She didn't have my guitar in the bathtub.
No, he would not be.
She was in the bathtub.
I was in the bathtub. He was outside. He was playing the guitar outside of the bathtub. And then he kneeled by the bathtub and took my hand and asked me to marry him. But you could put, in the bathtub, you could put some candles down. You could put on some music. You could find like a YouTube playlist that's like got some jazz in it or something, or whatever. You could put on your favorite artist, or you could even go and maybe buy a new album and play that as a special treat. Maybe you play that as like your special bathtub album. You could, you could go and get a slice of chocolate cake and shamelessly eat it in the bathtub. Maybe you could even make a chocolate bath where you got chocolate scented bubble bath or something, and chocolate scented candles and some chocolate cake, and then tie your hair up in a brown, to tie your hair back or something. I mean, you could just go crazy with it if you wanted to. But that's what I mean by extreme. It is loud, it is proud, it is full, it is rich, and it is all of what you're involved in when you're doing it.
Quite often it takes all day.
It takes all day. He's right. And so we will
Self-care day.
exactly. We will announce in our house, one of us, when we've just had it. I'm taking an extreme self-care day. And what that means is that the partner, whichever one of us that is, if he says it, then I know that I am going to help him with that extreme self-care day. So I'll immediately say the 6 most important words.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? Those are the 6 most important words in our marriage. So I will say those words. What can I do for you? You know, what's your self-care day going to look like? Sometimes it's just a super long nap, in which case I will go fluff up the pillows. I will change the sheets. I will, make sure the bed is super comfortable. I'll put a heating pad in it. One of our favorite things to do in the winter is to go in and make the bed, and the other person doesn't know, and sneak a heating pad in there, so that when he goes to get in bed, I always love this, he'll go in there and say, okay, good night, and thank you, boo, and we hug and kiss, and then when he goes in there and I wait for it, and then and then like a minute later, oh, thank you. So, you can do this alone, self-care, extreme self-care. You can do it with people. It's awesome, great to call up your friends and say, you know what, I'm having an extreme self-care day. They're like, ooh, what's that? And then you might say, okay, let's have an extreme self-care day together. And then post pictures of what we did. Like take a picture of our bath, or take a picture of our homemade soup that we made, or whatever it is. So you can make it a group activity, because man, do we need each other right now. I mean, we really need each other right now. So I'm going to give you the Extreme Self-Care Challenge. I invite you to have an extreme self-care day within the next few days. Tomorrow is Sunday. Sunday, if you're not working, is a great self-care day. Maybe you could download a new book for your Kindle, or go over to Barnes and Noble if they're open around where you are, or some other bookstore, and grab a book. And then, if you don't have a bathtub, you could wash your hair in the sink. That can be really self-care. Like you're just like this with soap and everything, and then you tie your hair up. It can be really nice to give yourself that kind of, or ask your partner to wash your hair for you. Man, that's awesome. That is really, yeah. Get in there and massage that fro.
Get in there and get it.
Get in there and get it. And so, and it's also fun and creative. You could have Scrabble night in your jammies. I find that self-care frequently involves my jammies. Frequently.
Half our life and
half our life. We got dressed. We were both in our jammies before this. We got dressed to come out here, and then we're gonna go back, get right back in them. I bought a new Victorian night dress, and it was custom made just to fit me, and so I think that's what I might be wearing tonight. So I'm going to turn the camera one more time so that I can show you this gorgeous sun that's coming in.
That's the extent of our sunset today.
Yeah, that's what we're getting for sunset today. And you know what? I'm really, really grateful for it. Really, really grateful. So, so tell me about your self-care ideas. And here's the Extreme Self-Care Challenge. I challenge you to have an extreme self-care day, or afternoon, or night, or morning. And then tweet me at the Jessa channel with the hashtag Extreme Self-Care, or Extreme Self-Care Day, either one. And then show me something from your Extreme Self-Care Day. Anything. And remember, make space for grace. I'll let the ocean play for a while. But thank you, as always, for watching.